Last night here, our Jim Swift told us about members of an Austin family who returned to the Loop 360 cedar tree they had decorated, all in honor of a deceased family member, only to find that entire tree missing.
But most so-called guerrilla decorators would have never noticed such a theft because they never bothered to return and clean up the decorations. That creates a big litter problem for the area, and as Jim Swift tells us, it also creates a big headache for state transportation officials.
On a steep hill in West Austin late last week, 7-year-old Kayla Kane wrestled with a red garland. Nearby, Kayla's 4-year-old sister Riley tackles a red ball closer to the ground.
What do you like about coming out here?
You get to undecorate Christmas trees. I think it's fun. I think it's helpful, and I just like doing it.
Oh, it's just kind of funny to have a big camera in your face.
The girl's mother, Laura Kane, enjoys the work too, sort of. But there is also a hint of irritation in her testimony.
We just come out every year. We don't decorate a tree, but we come out and clean up the trees. I feel like there's a lot of trash, and every year it seems to get worse.
This is the largest cluster of trees that I've seen in the years that I've worked at TxDOT.
We first reported on guerrilla cedar tree decorating 4 years ago, when the phenomenon first established a strong beachhead on a steep slope above Loop 360.
We don't want to be the Grinch that stole Christmas, but obviously we have to consider whether or not these decorations could become a hazard to drivers. There would be a point where we draw the line. We haven't gotten to that point yet.
4 years later, that line is still not crossed, but it appears to be getting closer.
Every year we hear from people about the litter problem, especially in the last year or two. We've had at least one person who was very upset about it.
Thank you, Mama.
You're welcome.
Just imagine for a moment that family is on that steep hill with the loose rocks, and one of those kids falls and gets cut on some broken glass.
That's why we're not encouraging people to put the decorations out there in the first place.
Well, wouldn't that just be a nightmare scenario for this department?
It would be a nightmare for everybody.
It's a community service project that they can learn from.
For the Kane family, it's about a teaching moment for the kids. But for TxDOT, it's a final exam for the very future of this sort of thing. And everybody has some quick learning to do. Jim Swift, KXAN News.